And we get a chance to talk to the manager of the New York Mets, Carlos Mendoza. He joins us now. Carlos, it's Michael, Don, and Peter. How you doing?
Hey, Michael, Don, Peter. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. I'm wondering, Carlos, baseball's such a long season, but there are some games that I like to call kick-in-the-teeth games. Teams get over it, but it lasts a long time. Was Sunday one of those kick-in-the-teeth games for your team?
I mean, every time you lose a game like that, you could consider there's, a painful one. But at the same time, we're professionals, and you got to move on. You know that at some point throughout the course of the year, you're going to go through some losses like that. And yeah, Sunday obviously hurts. We're playing a really good team, and we had an opportunity to take 3 out of 4, and it just got away, with 5 outs to go. Had a nice day off yesterday, and now we're ready to play another really good team on the Diamondbacks. But yeah, to your question, it hurts, but you got to move on.
And August was such an important month, Carlos, and such a difficult schedule. Only 9 home games, 2 separate West Coast trips. So I know the metrics are always wins and losses, but how did you attack going to August and understanding just how difficult that schedule was going to be?
Yeah, just trying to keep it one day at a time, not looking too far ahead, because, especially the first one at the beginning of the month where, that makeup game that we had to go to St. Louis, that was a tough one. Going from L.A., 1 game in St. Louis, and then back to Colorado and finishing in Seattle. I thought that we felt it a little bit towards the end of that trip, playing a really good team against the Mariners, and, it shows. But, you just got to take it one day at a time, the mentality of 1 game, 1 series, and keep things simple. We went home, had a decent homestand. We lost a game against the A's. That was a tough one, too. We talk about the one on Sunday, but they won against the A's when we're up 5-0 early in the game, and then they get back, and we ended up losing that one. But then, we bounced back, won a series, and then won a really good series against Baltimore. And here we are in the middle of another long road trip, split in San Diego. That's a good team right there. That bullpen is, it's legit. And we had a chance, but walking out of that place 2-2, off day yesterday, like I said, and now we're ready to go to take on the Diamondbacks here.
All right, so it's August 27th, and some might say it's early, but Yogi would say it's getting late early. So I'm just wondering, now you have the Diamondbacks in front of you for the next 3 games. Carlos, when, between innings or anything like that, are you looking up at the Braves score on the scoreboard? Are you looking at the San Diego Padres score? Or are you scoreboard watching?
I am not. Honestly, I am not, because we have to take care of business. We have to win our games. And I'm a little bit superstitious, so I don't like to look up the scoreboard. And when you're on the West Coast, before you start playing your game, you know what's going on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But there's always a sense of urgency. Like you said, where we at on the schedule, 31, I think we got left. It's go time. It's been go time a long time ago, especially when we were, 10 or 11 games under 500. But look, proud of the guys that we were able to put ourselves in a position like this where games matter when we're playing for something, and that's exciting.
Can I give you total credit, Carlos? Because I always want to give you the credit that Francisco Lindor is having an MVP season because you moved him to lead off.
No, that's all up him. What a great player. And he was on board since I had that conversation with him. And this is a guy that I've been saying it the whole year. He's willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win baseball games. He wants to win so bad in New York. And I'm going to go back to that conversation that I had with him. And the biggest thing was, like, if we're going to give it a try, let's give it a try. Let's give it a little bit of a run here and see how it goes. But it's been a game changer, not only to his game, but to our team. He's setting the table up for all our guys. He's getting on base. He's hitting for power.
Oh no, the boop.
That was a very unique demise to a phone call. I've never heard that.
I've never heard that
Did
either.
you go right to boop?
It sounded like it almost like he went from like a one microphone to another one, and then
because it was a great line up to then.
a beautiful line, one of the great lines.
Arizona, one of the strange places. Want to correct something quickly? Somebody, I had misspoken. I said 177 RBIs for Bonds in 07. In 01, it was 137. So clearly he can end up with more RBIs.
All right, so we have Carlos back from Arizona. So you were talking about Lindor and how he accepted moving to leadoff. I just want to ask you this because, you know, I'm pretty close with Buck, and Buck used to rave about this guy and said, this is like a player that every manager dreams about having. Usually when your star player is that guy, he's not that easy to manage. Do you see the same thing as Buck did and as Terry Francona did, that this guy is like a dream for a manager?
100%. And I've been around few of them, not as a manager, you know, but coming from where I came from, there's players that, you know, they're like that too. And, you know, you have a pretty good idea what they look like. And, man, this guy's special. Like, it's a manager's dream. Because when you got your best players showing up and doing everything that he can to prepare to play a big league game, and then he goes out there and plays the game hard with passion, he's keeping it loose. He's having fun, and with the sense of urgency. That's what you want, because guess what? Everyone else is going to feel of that, and they're going to have to. They're going to follow him. And it's 100%. You know what Buck said, what probably Tito would say. This is a manager's dream to have a type of player like that on your team and leading the team.
It's been an interesting season for Pete Alonso. Not the numbers that he's used to, plus it's the end of a contract. How has he handled it behind the scenes?
I think really good. You know, being around Pete this year for the first time, he's been the same guy since he showed up in spring training. Again, it's all about winning. For Pete, it's all about winning, and everything that he needs to do day in and day out to help us achieve that. So, yeah, look, we could sit here and say, well, he's probably putting too much pressure. I don't see it. He's, you know, when you look at the numbers, he's going to end up with pretty good numbers here. They are bats as of late. I would say probably the last month have been a lot better. You know, not chasing as much. The power is real. We all seen it. And, you know, for us to get to where we want to get, we're going to need him. And I'm pretty confident that he'll get hot here, one of those stretches where he can carry a team for 2 to 3 weeks and is special. So he's in a good place. And, again, for him, it's about winning.
Being so close to it, how can you describe what makes Francisco Alvarez catch such a good game? I mean, obviously early in the season, the stats were just over the top and incredible in terms of how much better you guys were when he was behind the plate. What is it about what he does that makes him so effective?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that he does. You know, his preparation is really good. You know, he gets with the pitching coaches and, you know, and put together a game plan. He's not afraid to speak up. I got to give the coaches credit, you know, because open to feedback to what Francisco's saying, not only what, you know, the numbers are saying, but then the ability to make adjustments in games. His ability to read swings, his ability to recognize what's working for that pitcher in that particular night and adjust to it. And having those conversations, whether it's in between innings, in the middle of a bat, and he has to adjust. And he makes those guys feel really good about themselves, especially when it could be a struggle that night. He's, you know, giving them conviction. He's staying positive, and it's huge. When you got a 22 years old, there's, you know, he's got a lot on his plate. But I think just the energy, the conviction, and how much, you know, he gives those guys that confidence, I would say. With, you know, he's prepared, and this is an exciting player here.
Any concern at all, Carlos? The home run drop, is it because of the thumb injury with him?
I wouldn't say because of a thumb. I think it's more of a timing issue. I think it's just, you know, a young player going through a struggle here at the big league level where pitching is really good, and they are, you know, adjusting to him, and he has to adjust, and that's part of, you know, establishing yourself at this level. I would. I mean, he went down and he got back, and he was good to go. Like, there was never complaining about the thumb or anything like that. I think it's just some more of like timing issues that he's not getting to a position so he can make some really good swing decisions and he can do damage to some of those pitches. But again, working really hard, and he'll come out of it.
All right, I know you got a lot of work to do as you get ready for the Diamondbacks. Just wanted to ask you, first year, your team smack dab in the middle of a race for a playoff spot. Are you feeling pressure or are you having fun?
No, I'm having fun. This is what you signed up for. You get to the last week of August, going into September, and every game means something. That's what you dream. You want to be in the race. It's a privilege to be, in a position where you could do something special. So having fun, proud of the group, proud of the coaches, and I'm just every day that I get to put this uniform on. And be the manager for the team that is playing really well, it's special, and I'm excited.
All right, one quick added question. You think Blackburn will be back at the end of the 15 days?
Yes. Yeah, he should be back.
That was scary, man.
Oh, that was scary. Yeah, we got lucky in a lot of different ways because he could have hit him in the face, in the head. It could have been a lot worse here, and for the fact that not even a fracture, it's just the bruise and he's pain tolerance. But it was when it first happened, it was pretty scary.
Well, Carlos, as you know, ESPN 880, we've joined forces, so we lead into the Mets all the time now, and we're happy about that. Happy that we could talk to you as well, and good luck in Arizona.
Appreciate you, Mike.
You got
Thanks,
it.
guys. Thanks for having me.
You got it.
Thanks, man.
That is Carlos Mendoza. Those were Diamond Notes, brought to you by London Jewelers. Visit London Jewelers today. Any of their 7 locations, including the Americana Mall and the mall at Short Hills. And driven by Nissan, you deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com today. This falls under the heading, guys, of you can never, ever make everybody happy.
Oh, come on, man.
All right, so this is Jake listening to the show. And we thank him for that. Michael K. talking about Judge's batting average as opposed to his WRC, which is weighted runs created, or OPS plus is why he's having a top 10 season all time. LMAO is literally a top 5 season and the best right-handed hitter season of all time by those metrics. Like, come on, batting average? Well, Jake, we're not talking to people that know what weighted runs created is. And I did actually say OPS plus with Peter as well. It's not all about batting average, but we are talking to a general population where, you know what? All they care about is batting average, home runs, and RBIs. Not everybody is an analytics nerd.
By the way, can you read it one more time?
Really?
Yeah. I want to hear it one more. I want to really take it in.
Michael K. talking about Judge's batting average as opposed to his WRC or OPS plus as why he's having a top 10 season all time. LMAO, it's literally a top 5 season and the best right-handed hitter season of all time by those metrics. Like, come on, batting average? Real Michael K.?
You have to, when you hear that back, whoever wrote that, you should know that your life needs a change. Hearing that back, laughing his you-know-what off because you didn't use the advanced metrics when you talked about it. And even in disagreeing with you, Michael, it was the difference between top 10 and top 5.
Right.
How would that make you laugh anything off? And by the way, he completely laughed off batting average as a statistic?
Oh, yeah, all the analytics people.
By the way, I don't care what they study.
But I don't
care what they know.
Here's what I would tell that guy. You know who cares about batting average a lot? Aaron Judge.
Oh, he does.
Oh, it's a big deal to him.
He likes hitting.
He doesn't want to hit 250.
If
he takes pride in the fact he's hitting 333.
If he had responded in that way, if you had said something like the fact that, if he was batting 269, you'd say, well, this takes him out because his batting average is too low. When is it a bad thing to have a high batting average?
It can't be, Don.
Now, you might not value the batting average, but it's...
No, but you know what, though? I need you guys to explain to me, slow, like I'm a moron, because some would say it's possible. When we get back, explain on the other side to me.
Okay.
How you can really devalue average. I understand taking it down a peg from what it used to be, but how you could truly devalue it to where like it's not a positive.
I'll tell you. Oh, I don't think you could ever say it's positive. I don't think it's as much of a positive as it used to be.
Can you explain it to me
When
like,
we get back,
I'm a
of course.
moron?
All right.
Oh, that's going to be easy. I talk to you like that all the time.